You know, nutrition and exercise, they are the pillars of a healthy lifestyle.
And joining us to talk about the importance of both is professional bodybuilder Tory Washington. Tory, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate being here.
Our pleasure to have you. Tory, you're known as a vegan bodybuilder.
Yes.
How do you build a body like that with plants? Don't you need protein?
Yes, and protein, believe it or not, is the recommended daily allowance for a male, average male like yourself, 56 grams. For a female, 46 grams. And in the fitness industry, the misconception is that you need to triple that or have 1 gram per pound body weight, which is not necessarily true based on your activity level.
And then there's a misconception that if you want to be a bodybuilder, you know, there's just no way you can live a plant-based diet life, right?
Right.
Because they're thinking, you'll never be strong. Not true.
Not true at all. There's many people out there who are breaking that myth. You know, you have Patrick Baboon, who is one of Germany's strongest men.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Greatest quarterback of all time.
Greatest quarterback of all time.
Everybody knows I'm a Brady fan.
Kyrie Irving playing basketball out there.
There you go.
Myself, IFBB Pro bodybuilder. So it's out there.
So how do you help people move into that? Were you
Transition.
with me?
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Look at that.
I like that.
Move into that direction. Because a lot of people will go like, I'm not sure, or yeah, I've heard about it, or doesn't sound very enticing.
So a lot of times what moves people is physical evidence. When they see my physique and they see me on stage,
Good point.
They are automatically intrigued because I'm kicking their butt on stage. They're in 5th place, I'm in 1st or 2nd, and they're wondering, you don't eat any chicken, asparagus, broccoli?
Chateaubriand?
Those things I do, but no Chateaubriand. And you're able to look like that. I need to talk to you because I'm tired of chewing flesh for 12 weeks at a time, 6 meals a day, just to get that look. But yeah, you're kicking my butt.
Interesting. So a little jealousy maybe, or curiosity.
Curiosity.
Have you brought people over?
Yes. A lot of people are brought over, and it's not even necessarily by push. It's more because they are attracted to the vibe and energy, but then they see the look and they're like, okay, you know, I need to give that a shot. And then they love it because they feel so energized, they feel lighter because you're not bogged down by all that meat and dairy that's putting mucus in your system and you're just sitting there like lethargic.
Right.
Now you have all this energy.
Yeah, it
because
makes
food
perfect
breaks down.
sense. It's 2 + 2 is 4, so it does make sense to me. And I always, if it makes sense in terms of math, it makes sense to me. I did want to share here with our viewers, and I find this to be very interested. You're working with the God of Thunder. And for those who aren't familiar who that is, who's the God of Thunder?
He's with the Avengers?
Yes.
Yes.
Thor.
Good. Ding, ding.
Thor.
Very
There you go,
good.
very good.
Tell us about how you began working with him. That was good.
And you know,
That's great.
touching on that, because remember, what got me involved in bodybuilding was superheroes. Wolverine, Superman, DC and Marvel. But then to be contacted by Thor, the God of Thunder, was a blessing in disguise because now, you know, working with the guy's a great guy, you know, really great guy. And we went together and he created this app called CenterFit that people can do workouts at home or in a gym, depending on what they want to do.
That's nice.
Did he come to you not as plant-based? Did you switch him into a plant-based
Well,
diet?
he has been touching on it because plant-based is in his family. You know, if you know about Liam Hemsworth, his brother, he's vegan, and he's been that way for some time. So there is that interest, and he has given it a go, and he's still continuing to play with it as well.
So let me ask you this. People will always say, okay, what's more important, nutrition or exercise? I personally think it's like a marriage. You know, like what's more important here, Olga or Derek? Both of us. It's
That's
a
true.
marriage, right?
You look good on camera.
2 holes come together to make a dynasty.
Exactly. But some people will say, well, you know what? I'm more into the exercise and I want to eat whatever I want, or vice versa. Do you still believe it's just those two together just make magic?
Yes, and now here's the thing though, is the 80-20 rule. 80% of your nutrition can be very nutritious, and 20% can be donuts or ice cream here and there, things that you want to indulge in so that you're keeping balance and you're also remaining sane. You're keeping your sanity, so you're not just thinking, oh, I'm cutting out everything just to look this way, when you don't necessarily have to.
Tory, you mentioned a multi-dimensional approach to training. Can you explain that a little bit more?
So a multi-dimensional approach to training is, when you think of bodybuilding, you think of just pressing weights. Squat, bench, push-up, pull-up, deadlift, things like that, barbell curls. But multidimensional means that you want to also be functional. So you want to do movements like a bear crawl, or you want to rope climb, doing movements that on a typical day, we're not symmetric in our movements. You pick up your purse, you're going to do this. You're not, okay, let me squat and grab it properly. You want to do asymmetric movements that challenge the core and the body in different ways that represent our daily life. Because we don't pick up things, okay, I'm going to use my legs. Or even though we're supposed to, we do things out of whack, and the next thing you know, if we're not, our body isn't ready for that, we snap something and we feel it the next day like, oh, what happened?
Right.
I was just picking up the laundry basket. But it's the way you picked it up. It's not the way we typically do it in the gym, but when you're multidimensional, you're doing movements in different ways to allow life to come into play as well.
Well, since you mentioned movement, why don't we just take a few minutes? I think we have a couple minutes left to show some movement to our viewers. And if you're home and you have a table, you have some great ideas for some exercise if you have a table or even a chair. What would they be?
So you want to do, let's work on the abs.
Let's do the abs.
Very important.
This is impromptu, folks.
Now this one is a little bit different. So
You should warm up at home first. But anyway.
definitely warm up. You kind of hear?
Oh, nice.
Aren't those mountain climbers?
Mountain climbers inclined.
Inclined.
Good for
So
the
now
cardio, too.
you're getting core stabilization.
I like that.
And you're bringing your knees up. So you're hitting different things because you're holding your chest and holding your arms. So it's right there was a full body exercise.
That's a
because
great one.
Not only am I stabilizing myself, and then I'm using my legs to move up and down.
Oh, I'm excited. Show me another one.
Then you got bear crawls.
Bear crawls.
You start out. So you're here. Then you just come up on your toes. This one is popularized by DeRolk. DeRolk, shout out to DeRolk. DeRolk is also part of the Center Fit app with Chris Hemsworth. And you just here,
Back and forth.
back and forth.
Back and
And now, holding this position, your core, you don't want to do this. You want to kind of be just as neutral as
Flat
you
back.
can.
His flat, yeah.
And keeping your core tight. And this movement you can do here, you can just do this as well.
Fantastic. We
Nice.
have a few more seconds. Show us one
Triceps,
more.
shoulders.
Let's take advantage of this.
Regular squats, not these squats. You want to keep shoulder width apart, but when you squat, you want to go straight down and straight up. Never lock in the knees because you're keeping tension on your legs. And a squat is a full body exercise as well.
Great
And
stuff.
you're going almost all the way down. That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's
Now,
not
and
bad
now-
for the knees?
It's not bad for the knees.
Okay.
It actually helps to push the knees and make them feel better.
Okay.
Research has shown, because a lot of the research in the past wasn't really research, it was more hearsay, that your knees will go bad just from going that low to the knee, to the ground. But everybody has different mobility. So you have to look at what your mobility is based on someone else as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As we say goodbye, just real quick, what superhero would you love to be today? Pick one.
Thor.
Thor. There you go.
He's taken already, but all right. By a friend of yours.
What about you?
Captain America? When I was a kid, that was my
Captain
favorite.
America. I like that.